automatically adjust mic. Okay, wait. So when I touch the automatically adjust mic button. Okay, I did hear myself on my phone. Okay, so two. Is it still playing? Okay, okay, okay. I just had to make sure, y'all, because that didn't make any sense. So I guess we know now what to do next time. Okay, 7. Should be good. All right. Welcome in, guys. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? I just wanted to make sure. Uh, what's Oh, this is cool. I'm trying to. Sorry, guys. I'm just wanting to see what this is. Okay. Boom. All right. So that way, I don't know if that's new. If it's a new feature on there, I'm not sure. But hey, I'm here for it. So that way you guys can see the comments as well. You know, I don't always have to read them out because I also have to um, tell y'all what's going on over on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? So, and we're gonna get this started over on TikTok. But you know, I had to make sure that the audio was working on YouTube and Twitch first because we have been seeing some difficulties with that like the last week. So um, now that we know how to fix it, okay, because it is a learning process, it'll be something that isn't even an issue anymore. All right. I don't even know if this still copy and paste. So let me go ahead, get TikTok joining with us here. We don't want to leave them out. Okay. We're gonna go live over on TikTok. Boom, boom. Actually, I'm gonna put these away. All right, welcome in, welcome in. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What's the vibe? Let me know down in the chat. I want to know. I want to get to know y'all. Okay, remember we are building a community here. Okay, alrighty. So let's not be strangers on a screen. Alrighty, let's get to know each other. Let me know how you're doing, how you're feeling. All right. So today is Tuesday, right? And on Tuesday, if you have been following along with the new schedule, if you've seen the post that I made and sent out last Friday, okay, going over the new details, okay, what you call it, going over the things that we are doing differently, okay, so that whole post was there if you are not a part of the TikTok subscriptions. However, you will not be able to see the entire video, which does have some sneak peek things going on. Okay, at the end of the video, so you do get like a heads up about the stuff that is new stuff that is coming in the upcoming months. Okay, so that you can be a participant in that. Okay, alrighty, so. And today we are doing our lesson day. Okay, so we are going to be coming back into our book of wisdom, volume 1. Already, y'all remember I did go ahead and get both of these books for us to go over together and read together so that we can get this information. I told y'all I really am hoping to learn something new in these books, because y'all know I've been on this journey going on 6 years now, and my thing is I want to continue to grow, learn, and evolve. Okay, so I'm always looking for new ways to grow, learn, and evolve, right? So us going over spiritual knowledge, spiritual wisdom together, having a conversation about it, right, allows for divine energy to flow within us, through us, allows for us to divinely channel downloads and information about the universe. Okay, the more we talk about it, the more we center on it. So that is what we will be doing on Tuesdays. Okay, so if you've seen the new post about the new schedule, and then I literally sent out not even 30 minutes ago the actual flyer for the schedule. Okay, so that is going to be updated on Twitch. It's going to be updated on it's going to be pinned to TikTok, but it's going to be updated on Instagram as well. So look out for that. But it is pinned in the live schedule updates on our Discord server. So if you are seeing the little banner go across right now, right? I always send things first there. Okay, so it will always hit the Discord chat before it hits YouTube community page or the Instagram threads. Okay, so I would join to get the announcements, to chat with other like minded individuals, okay, other positive, inspiring individuals, right? To play conscious game night with us, right? So there's a lot of reasons to join the Discord server, right? I think even if you have a business, that's a good reason to join as well, because we do have an area for you to network with other businesses. Okay, alrighty. So especially if it's a spiritual business. Okay, right. All right, we definitely want y'all to be in the chat, okay? We want to support y'all, okay, so we can, put the money where the money needs to be and not where it don't need to be. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we don't need to be investing in these corporations who have been doing us no good. You know what I'm saying? So I rather invest in the soul tribe, in the collective, in other spiritualists, other down to earth, grounded, like mind individuals, okay, intellectuals, right? People who understand that we are all God and they want to, do what makes their soul sing, not in the way that these corporations do it, right? Because that's just greed, right? It's not the same. So yeah, so that's why we have that way. Okay, so other than that, if you are new to the channel and you didn't have the Discord server, okay, you didn't see the post last week about the new schedule, right? That is a-okay, because this is the first week that we are getting into the full swing of things. We talked about it a little bit last week, but this week we are doing full out. Like last week we didn't do our pre-meditations into the live, so this time we are doing that. before we get into what the live is actually about, right? Okay. So I won't should we should get into it like now because I was making sure that YouTube and YouTube and Twitch could hear us okay before we start the live on TikTok, but that means we've already been live for like a good 15 minutes. Yeah. So we are gonna get started with our mindfulness practice, our meditation, grounding our energies before we go ahead with our book of wisdom. Okay, y'all know whenever you are getting into some spiritual wisdom, okay, talking about things that are going to allow you to channel things, allow you to center your energy, to receive downloads, right? Because we are talking about very aligned energy, very divine energy. Okay. Um, so let's go ahead get into our meditation here. I have to stay grounded in this. All right. So whenever you're ready, you can join me in a comfortable seat, laying down, crisscross applesauce. Whatever, looking for stuff. Whatever feels good for you. If you are joining me in the comfortable seat, you do want your feet to be planted on the ground, okay, flat. And close your eyes when you're ready. And let's start with some neck rolls. Start chin to chest. You can go clockwise, counterclockwise. Doesn't matter which way you begin. Inhale. Chin to chest. Sorry. Inhale, chin to sky. Exhale, chin to chest. Taking your time. Inhale. Feel out every nook and cranny. Exhale. Inhale. Chin to sky. Exhale. Chin to chest. Do a couple more of those at your own pace. Knee back to chin to chest when you are done with 2 more of those. Exhale, chin to chest when you're arrived. Here you're going to start rotating in the opposite direction, taking your time, moving it out. Exhale, chin to chest. Doing what feels good in this rotation as you inhale. Chin to sky. Exhale. Chin to chest. Inhale, chin to sky one more time together. Exhale. Chin to chest. 2 more just like that in your own pace. Leaning back and chin to chest. And when you're ready, you're gonna roll the shoulders up and then roll them back down, rolling the chin up to sky. Rolling the shoulders back to a straight posture. If your mind is wandering, just remember to return your focus gently back to your breath. Let's go ahead and ground our energy. You're gonna imagine your aura field all around you. Whatever color, remember your imagination is your most powerful tool. Having a strong grasp on it will help you to manifest. And bring in those manifestations to fruition. When you're ready, you're going to imagine all that beautiful energy creating a bridge at the soles of your feet all the way down into the earth's core, becoming one with Mother Gaia. Taking as much time as you need here. The more you practice this on your own, when we come in for our daily practice, the easier this becomes. You're gonna imagine all that beautiful energy that you just connected with Mother Gaia coming up through that bridge to the soles of your feet, all the way up through your body, through your 7 chakras, to your crown chakra, making a bridge between your crown chakra all the way up to the sun's core, as above, so below. The Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, the Mother, the Father, the Child, the blue, the red, the grounding wire. And once you are ready, you are going to bring all that lovely energy you just cultivated back down through that bridge into your crown, into your vessel, and you are going to balance. Balance between the physical, balance between the spiritual. As you are one with the ethers, as we are one with the ethers. All energy is trying to knock us off of balance will be returned to their sender. As we rain in more peace, love, and justice into this realm, this universe, this reality. As we stand together as one entity in the ethers, one pure energy. Untouchable, untaintable. When you're ready, we're going to ease our way back into the present moment. Mind still, returning focus back to breath. Wiggling our toes gently. Wiggling our fingers gently. And then we're gonna snap back to reality. Oops, there goes gravity. With my favorite part, our shake if in. Okay, and that's where we get silly goofy, because you know your eyes should be closed at this time of the meditation, but you are going to snap back into reality by what? Shaking it out. Let's go ahead, let's get silly, let's get goofy and shake, 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 and boom! Here, now we can open our eyes. Hello, hi, amen. The Lord is with us, Ashe. How you doing, James? And Jamie, if I'm pronouncing that right, how y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What's the vibe? Okay, I want to know. Hey, whatever the camera was just doing, there some high vibrational energy in the room with us. Okay, period. already. If you are new and you don't know the story behind why we do the shaking out, well, that was part of my journey, my spiritual journey, right? I was in Savannah, Georgia, at Savannah College of Art and Design to majoring um, as a film major, right? Because I wanted to become a film director at the time. So I had to take an acting class. Long story short, my acting director, okay, she is the reason I got into yoga and mindfulness. Like, okay, like I was already like, curious about it, like going, like starting my spiritual journey and everything like that. But when I got into her class and everything, she was like, "Oh yeah, we gonna do some yoga. We gonna we about to do some breathing exercises. Yeah, y'all." She was like, "This is how you're gonna really be able to get into character." She was like, "This is how you're gonna be able to, be able to do what you gotta do, and let loose." You know what I'm saying? Because if you are very tense, you're not gonna be able to do what you need to do. Because there's an acting for the camera class. So I was like, I just love that whole experience. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what got me into yoga, into mindfulness. Heavily, okay, because of her. Okay, she was awesome, right? And it's just, y'all know, when it comes to colleges and stuff like that, they usually do have professors who have been in the field. You know what I'm saying? So she was somebody who actually have performed in Broadway and performed in, shows and stuff like that. So it was like cool. It was cool experience, and for $50,000 a year, it better be something. you know. So this school is expensive for no good reason, but to produce the best. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, that was my run-in with mindfulness and why I incorporate it, okay, into our live sessions, and why we do that shake it out part, because once you can let go of your inhibitions for a little bit, you know what I'm saying, why you also bring yourself back to the present moment, still feeling those positive energies that we cultivated in that meditation, right? And allowing yourself to flow, okay, period. And the things that we talk about are very divine energies, and y'all know that there are workers of inequity out there that don't want us to talk about these things, especially with how technology is progressing, right? So it's getting easier and easier for us to be like, guys, magic exists. So let me tell you how I can scientifically prove it, right? Like it's getting easier and easier. They're like, wait a second, hold on, you guys, no, wait, no, y'all weren't supposed to use the technology this way. This, but hey, here we are, right? And that's how it's going to be used. If Elon Musk has anything to say about it, it won't. But too bad. Too bad. That's not how this works. Okay. So we are going to get into where we left off in our book of wisdom. And I actually like I told you guys, I'm hoping there's something like I don't know about yet in here that will have me be like, let's do research, let's look it up, like let's go in, you know what I'm saying? I'm hoping I like skimmed the book a couple times, so like I'm like there could be like possibly, but like I gotta actually read it to see what's going on. So I am hoping, but this part for certain I do already know about. Like I said, 6 years is a lot of time to research things, guys, and be like so So our first lesson, as you see, the title of our live today is connections between the spiritual and physical world. All right. So as within, so without is our first headliner on here today. So just as the year cycles through its 4 seasons, so too does the life of man experience its own internal seasons. Okay, you could say the menstrual cycle, women's menstrual cycle, is a great physical representation of what he's talking about energetically, right? Because what women go through on a monthly basis, right, isn't just that 3 to 7 day period, right? It's that entire 30 days of the month. It's like, okay, the moon cycle restart and we restart, and you know what I'm saying? It's like we going on it, it. So it's like that's a physical representation of a spiritual concept. Okay, where we at? The seasons are not merely external phenomenon, like winter or spring, but are reflected within, shaping our emotions, thoughts, and spiritual states. Okay, this is why people tend to get, winter, like seasonal depression, right? When they are in winter states, right? Because it's your body feel like it's that energetic hibernation, and it's like, okay, well now I can't. Like, I don't know, we going outside. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, and you can adapt to this, right? There's never going to be anything you can adapt to. But at the same time, that is another, like, that shaping our emotions, our thoughts, right? That is a physical thing representing a spiritual concept, right? So it's always intertwined, way more intertwined than we give it credit for, right? So humanity is influenced not by only by where am I at? Humanity is influenced not only by the great cosmic cycles of the earth, but also by smaller internal rhythms. For the body itself is a microism, okay, a miniature world mirroring the larger universe. Amen. Okay. I want to highlight that. I like that. Okay, so if you ain't taking notes, go ahead and be taking your notes now. Okay, snacks, water, but you gotta be taking the notes. It's all of the sentence. Okay. Oh no, I'm about to be. I highlight things. This is research. No, I'll show y'all my research. Okay. All right. So, and think about it, right? This also goes back to everybody has a frequency. Everybody gives off a vibration, right? Everybody gives off, like, your body is always shaking, even if you don't think it's shaking, it's always shaking, right? Because it's giving off like a buzz. It's like, okay, so this goes back to, you can be vibrating on a high frequency, right? Like gratitude, love, peace, courage, right? Or you can be vibrating on a low frequency, fear, depression, anxiety, right? So it really depends. Your emotions have a frequency, right? So your emotions guide your body. You know what I'm saying? That guides your flight or fight, right? So it your trickles down. Like, it all trickles down. Okay, and what they're trying to say, that it's a mirror. Okay, so what is being mirrored, right, in our reality and our universe is what's reflected, what we are reflecting back. Okay, so y'all, we talked about this multiple times before, where we were saying that the world that we see is a reflection of our own inside world. Okay, and you can say it either way. but in reality, with our collective consciousness, we are all collectively creating a world together and projecting out what we see together. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you are still going to have your own individual things going on in your own life, but collectively we are creating the world we see around us, right? So collectively we can create a better world. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like it is. We might not think it's that simple, but in reality, okay, in the grander scheme of things, it is, right? Because it's all about changing our perspective, changing how we think, changing how we view things, right? Changing how we operate. Okay, it's about adapting, changing, shifting, right? Doing what we have to do, okay, to evolve this planet, evolve humanity to live in peace with one another across the board. Okay, because this arguing over oil and stuff, it's getting old, man. It's getting old. What y'all fighting for, man? What are we fighting for? Oil? You're lying, bro. You're lying. You're lying. It's not that deep. Like, it's not that deep, bro. Like, you're fighting over oil for what? Like, at this point, man, y'all gotta find another way. It's not even y'all. At this point, I don't even want to leave it up to them no more. We gotta find another way, y'all. That's the real tea. That's the real tea. Let's talk about it. That's the real tea. We gotta find another way. Screw what they talking about. They ain't got it. They ain't got it no more. Okay, y'all seen the memes going around and say some days they wake up and they do the best thing, right? Some days they wake up and they run that country like they lives depend on it, and some days they can't find it. All right, since this Trump election, this Trump administration, they can't find it. Okay, they can't figure out how to run a country. Okay, so they can't find it. Therefore, we gonna help them find it. We gonna do it for them. Okay, so that's what we have to do. All right, that's what it means to be a community. That's what it means, okay, to lift each other up, to build each other up, right? Because we can't allow for one of the 3 global superpowers to act like a freaking brat. Like, what? A spoiled child? We gonna let one of the 3? What sense does that make? We already know what happens when you let governments who are of global superpowers act like spoiled children. Like, you know what happens. Okay, we seen what Russia has done countless times. Oh, I think I want Ukraine. What? Like, so I'm gonna start Russia. That's not how it works. Like, that's not how it works. Okay, that's weird. Like, you're acting like a child. Okay, right? Like America, talk about, oh, we're gonna go over there and we're gonna take Greenland. You're acting like a child. You can't, like, that's not how this works, bro. That's not how this works. You can't go over there and be like, I'm gonna take over. You can't let any of the 3 global superpowers act like spoiled children. Right? So it comes back to us to do what we have to do, regardless if you live in the United States of America or not. You know what I'm saying? Because right now it's a world issue, right? Because remember, I don't know about y'all, but I'm not on the timeline for no World War III. So I don't know about y'all, but if you're not trying to be on that timeline either, then you need to be cultivating more love, justice, and peace in this world, right? But you also have to think about the things that we have to do physically for this planet as well. Okay, we can't just be, we can energetically cultivate so much, but at the end of the day, we also have to integrate it into the physical realm. You know what I'm saying? So we can cultivate world peace energetically for eons, but we have to integrate that into our physical realm as well. Okay, so it is going to take physical labor. It is going to take us to speak out, do the work. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be. We just, you know what I'm saying? It's not just gonna be a concept, okay? Because we are pulling in so much positive energy that it can't be a concept anymore. Right, but it still starts with us. Okay, so it is pretty easy to change the world energetically, in a sense, right? In the concept sense, because with all the pushback, it is pushback, you know what I'm saying? But with as many souls are waking up right now, right, that pushback is fodder. Okay, that pushback is fodder. The pushback don't even matter at this point. The pushback is like that level 1 boss that nobody paid attention to. Okay, so like it's fodder, right? It doesn't even matter no more, right? So at this point in the war, you know what I'm saying, at this point in the spiritual war, it is, they are kind of fodder, because so many powerful beings have woken up in their vessels and have been cultivating love, justice, and peace into this realm. And so yeah, like at this point we got to do physical work. Okay, that's why I get on here every day. We got to do physical work. Okay, all right, to build world peace on here. It's all connected. All right, and once we believe that in ourselves, that we can have peace within ourselves, that we can have peace with every other person around us, you know what I'm saying? We can build world peace outside of us as well. You know what I'm saying? But we have to build world peace within us first, right? So we can build world peace outside of us. All right, it all starts in the collective mindset. Okay, in all of our minds, all of us collectively pushing out one agenda, one mission. You know what I'm saying? All of us working towards peace, a utopia for a planet for everybody to live on happily ever after. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we keep pushing that out, if we do the physical work, the physical labor to also make it a reality and integrate the spiritual with the physical, the interconnectedness. Okay, all right, let's get back into it. So the interconnectedness of these cycles creates a unified pattern where the laws governing the cosmos are also imprinted within us. Okay, so when the sun is exalted in Cancer, okay, individuals may feel a surge of creativity, joy, vitality. Right, this is astrological alignment. Okay, this astrological alignment occurs both externally and internally. Okay, this is why when people are like, oh, astrology is, they try to demonize it and stuff like that, and it's like, how, bro? It's literally what is inside of. Wait, what? Like, the cosmos is within inside of us and with outside of us. Like, we are a mirror. You know what I'm saying? We are literally a projection. You know what I'm saying? So, to say that, like, it's very, well, y'all know the term ignorant just means you don't know enough. Right, and you need to go learn. Okay, it's not really an insult. A lot of people take it as an insult, but it usually just means you need to go learn. Okay, like, you need to go learn. Okay, I'm not calling you stupid. I'm just saying that you do not know enough to speak on the topic that you're speaking on. Okay, right. So it happens, right? It's when we're talking about this kind of stuff, it's, people don't see the connection, right? Like, they might read their horoscope and be like, oh, I don't even vibe with my horoscope for real. And it's like, okay, let me tell you something. Astrology is a lot more complicated than just your own, your own sun sign, okay, your own sun sign, right? Whatever your birthday is, okay, astrology is a lot more complicated than whatever your birthday sign is, okay? And so if you are not vibing with that one particular description, it's because that does not have your entire birth chart. Okay, that does not know, okay, what else you got mixed in your houses, right? In your 12 houses. What else you got? Your North Node, okay, your Chiron, you know what I'm saying? Like, astrology is a lot more complicated than it's given credit for. Because it's simply not just your birthday. Okay, like it is so like the energies of the stars and how everything is aligned. Like I'm not gonna speak on it too much because I don't astrology is not my forte. Um okay, so I'm not gonna speak on it too much, but it is a lot more complicated than it's given credit for. Um and I'm like I follow like two people who are like really good in that area. It's just that's just not my area of expertise, you know what I'm saying? We all got our own areas of expertise. Okay. All right, but that's not mine. um just like, but I do know that the connection between the stars in our inner worlds, okay, and how that they shape each other, right? Because literally your life is entirely mapped out by the stars, okay? Your entire, like, this is why they be like, oh, what's your, people ask, when you ask for your birthday, they also ask for what time, because when I want to know where the planets were at the time of your birth, you know what I'm saying, because that tells a lot about your story, okay? So and what things you will have to go through, overcome, witness, you know what I'm saying, through your life journey, learn, okay, so that you can grow, learn, and evolve in for your soul's journey, okay, not for this vessel's journey, but for your soul's journey, okay, because some of y'all could be trying to become ascended masters, okay. Be trying to become ascended masters before this lifetime is over. I don't know if you want to be on your ancestral team, help the future generations out for your future bloodline. Okay, be like that. If you just want to join the good Lord, okay, that'd be like that too. Okay, I'll be doing a little bit of everything. So, hey, I'll be around in the ether. So, once I'm done with this life, I'll be around. Anywho, so influencing our emotional and spiritual landscapes, right? So, I think I already read that, but conversely, when the sun is weakened in Capricorn, it may manifest as challenges in the mental, physical, and spiritual realms, okay, urging introspection and growth, okay, yes, because it that is going to fool you, right? Like, during your, what is it, your Venus? Okay, yeah, we talked about this before. Probably gotta go watch an old video, but on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? But we talked about this. So, during your Venus is like during the time, in your birth chart, right, where you have like an ugly quality that you have to work on, right? Like, I wouldn't say it's like ugly, but it's like you tend to get lost in that energy, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it doesn't always pan out, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might need to be humbled in a certain area, is what God Universe is saying with that Venus, wherever your Venus is in your chart, right? I don't mind. God has humbled me so much before even starting this channel, so but y'all do know I am confident in my gifts, in my abilities, right? But y'all know, it could have been some conceitedness, some principality, vanity, you know what I'm saying, type mess, if the good Lord did humble me before I started this brand, you know what I'm saying? So it could have been crazy. It could have been crazy. So I was talking about yesterday, it could have been on some Flo Millie. Mo Millie, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Spirit said we don't need no Mo Millies. Okay, all right, but yeah, so definitely, you're like, oh, my Venus is in Leo, so basically, I could just, I'll work on it, but Spirit just doesn't want me to get a big head about being in the limelight. So that it's you know what I'm saying, like, that's just something that Spirit decided that was going to be one of those things I worked on this lifetime, you know what I'm saying, but also told me to be in the limelight. So you know what I'm saying, like, it's like Spirit is like, okay, but don't you dare get a big head. You know, and it's like, okay, stay humble, y'all. Stay humble. I'm always tell you to stay humble, okay? Because the good Lord humbled me. Okay, so stay humble. Alrighty? Alright, yeah, you got to. But, like I said, this all goes back to your birth chart, okay, and how those energies affect you. Like, it's going to be during certain times of the year, you know what I'm saying? So, certain times of the year, my Venus, my Venus in Leo is going to act up, you know what I'm saying? During that certain time frame of that part of that year, right? Are we coming back? Right, so it's like you gotta learn your own birth chart. You gotta learn what energies you're going through during when, right? So all of this is like going through that. Like collectively, we have changes. You know, there was a, you know, when we talk about the full moons, the new moons, you know, and that what energy they're in, how that can affect all of us, right? But then based on your chart, it's gonna still have a different effect on each individual, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot more complicated than we give it credit for. And especially when I started doing research into it and I realized how complicated it was, it's like, not that I can't learn it, it's just that I'm like, I would need somebody to like walk me through this, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like this, like, yes, when someone is doing work with your birth chart, that's just energy reading, like tarot readings, right? But when it comes to like reading a birth chart, you know what I'm saying, not just like your, like where you're, you know, currently at in the birth chart, but like knowing what is affected by what and what, you know, goes into what, you know what I'm saying? Because there's like dualities, and then, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot going on in astrology. Okay, you guys, that's I've been throwing my hands up because, hey man, I need guidance. Okay, that is something I would definitely something like that and Reiki would be things I would want masters to teach me in, right? So that like I you know, learn that way appropriately and be blanking on the word. It's not that one. I'm blanking on the word. It be like that. Okay, I can't think about it, but it's like initiated. There it is. Okay, you got to be initiated into those kind of things. Just like if I do not participate, or you know, I don't care if you do voodoo, but I don't want that stuff around me. I have not had good experiences with people who have done voodoo, so I just don't want anybody who does voodoo or hoodoo, you know, just around in my vicinity. Like if you do it, like just cool, but like we not gonna, you know what I'm saying? So but yeah, like those kind of things you have to be initiated into as well. I don't judge. It's just that I have not had good experiences with voodoo practitioners, right? We don't seem to melt well, you know, because I work for the light, and things that some of them do work for the dark, and I don't mess with that, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I've had voodoo practitioners try to come at me and destroy my life, so we don't mend well, you know what I'm saying? When I'm okay, so it's good, you know what I'm saying? But as you can see, I'm still here, you know. So we'll see, you know. But yeah, that's because God is good all the time. Amen. All right. So, we're gonna talk about Psalms. I'm gonna finish this page, but that's probably what we gonna get into because I'm looking at this next page, y'all. I'm looking at this next page, and we're gonna be here all day, okay? Because I read a sentence and then we'll be talking for 5 minutes about that one sentence, okay? So we're gonna finish this one page. So Psalms 82 verses 6 through 7 in the King James Version states, I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. Okay? I do. My Bible is currently in my suitcase. So, I can't go fact check the book real quick for us, but it is there, you know. So if anybody wants to go look in and see if that is the right verse, if that verse does say that. So the verses serve as a reminder of our dual nature. Okay, divine sparks of God clothed in mortal flesh. Oh, I was gonna talk about it, but it looks like it's already about to explain what it meant. So, we are the Word made flesh. Okay, embodying the divine essence while navigating the earthly experience. Okay, this is pretty simple. Right, like our bodies are matter. Okay, matter is just energy formed together. That's why it's impure. That's why it's impurities, right? Why our bodies, why we will die like men, because these bodies cannot go back to pure energy. They are impure. They have impurities mixed in with them to make this physical matter format. Okay, whereas our souls, right, they're pure energy. Okay, so that's why we will die like men. Okay, why we will die like humans. Okay, but in reality, our minds will ascend. Okay, each season, both cosmic and internal, guides us in our journey of reflecting our divine heritage and human vulnerability. Right, so it's gonna show us our ooh, wait, where's my pen? I like this picture. Do I have a colorful pen? Right, that's yellow. Yellow's not showing up. Notes. Got a pen or a pencil out. You're missing out. Okay. Alright, so what is that? Saturn, Jupiter, Mars. Sun, Moon. Wait, one of these are Mercury. Hold on. Venus, Mercury? Alright, Moon. Sun. Okay, hold on. I want to make sure I'm not mixing up Mars and Mercury. Because I could be. You know what I'm saying? But it has to be Saturn and Jupiter. guys. Hold on. Wait. No, this is crazy. Wait, is that one Mercury and that one's Mars? Hold on, we're gonna skip ahead in this video, please. Alright. These are drawing exactly the same. But I'm gonna trust my gut on this one. Because these look. We can also look up. This one looks like a makes sense that it is a okay. Alright, now we're gonna do this because okay. Alright, welcome in, welcome in. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? On this side, I'm gonna label root. This is solar plexus. I just want to write these out so I know which one they correspond with the planet. But you can also be writing this up. This is the heart chakra. And the crown. So these are the main 7 chakras. I'm trying to see here. Mercury. Oh. Okay, so it had to be the throat chakra and the sacral chakra. Is throwing me off here because it's saying it cannot be Mars. I'm confused. Alright, so we know sacral is Venus. is Mars. And solar plexus. It's definitely Jupiter. It's the images. Maybe it's, maybe that's I'm gonna be not upset, but if this picture, hold on, is showing that there are multiple energies connected. It'd be like that though. Okay, so actually, I'm probably just going to rewrite this. Let's see now what they were trying to do. So I was right. Jupiter was right. Okay, but what was solar plexus? Mars. Again, I was right. Okay. The throat. Says it's Mars. And this one says it's Mercury. So either way, I'm gonna leave this as Mars because I need a full chart to do anything with it. This one is also Jupiter though. If I can find a chart, I will share it in the Discord, okay? So if I can find a chart that has all of them. Yeah, if I can find one that has all of them, I will put it down into the Discord server, okay? Alright, last thing, guys, before we hop off for today. Alrighty. We have this last image here. It says universe, okay? Right, we break down the connotation and denotation of the word, okay? Right, so the uni comes from when we denotate it, right, comes from uni, okay, comes from unite, right? Sorry, hold on. Brain's trying to make sure I'm explaining this right. Okay. Okay, so uni is the denotation. Connotation is unite. okay, which equal, then we have this equaling to 1, right? So 1 verse, right? I'll show you this. Okay, so we have the universe, right? Universe, unite, okay, 1, alright? Goes into universe, right? So you are one with the verse, right? Okay. So let me see. I like this picture because sorry, yeah, spirit. There is a similar picture in the what you call it, the Gateway Experience, by the CIA, right? So that research paper that they have, there's a similar image in that document where it is showing like how our inner world and outer world are connected, right? Where it's like it's going in, where it's going out, right? So just like this photo, right, where you see energy going in, energy flowing out. This is why I tell you guys, when you're in the natural flow of energy, it is natural up and down, natural order of things. Okay, alrighty. It goes in, it goes out. As within, so without. Alright, and that is our lesson for today. Okay, and I hope you take those words, knowledge, and you use them to help you grow, learn, evolve along your journeys. Okay, I love you guys. I'll see y'all next time. If you ever have any questions, comments, or concerns that you did not get to discuss with us today during the live, and you want to put them into the playback, that is more than welcome over on YouTube. Okay, alrighty, you guys have a blessed day. Remember, we speak love, justice, and peace. Amen. I'll see y'all next time.